I remember I came to Dubai 2003. I believe my African and Egyptian background taught me how to be humble, taught me how to be adaptable. But working in the aviation industry made me be able to systemize it. We need to work under pressure. It's like work under pressure is something you do for granted. It's like something you do by default.
In today's episode of The African CEO, I have the honor to sit with a woman who is thriving in the human performance transformation, Wessam. Wessam, please tell us a bit about you.
First of all, hi, Tiba.
Hi.
Thank you so much for inviting me today. It's an honor to be here. I'm very happy to be here.
I'm delighted.
So tell me, what do you like to know about me?
Take us a little bit back, where you're from, your full name, what you do, and most importantly, what got you here
All
in
right.
Dubai. Yeah.
Okay, so my name is Wessam ElKhouly, and I'm from Cairo, from Egypt. Mm-hmm. And I remember I came to Dubai 2003, just graduated from college. And one of the reasons why I came to UAE or to Dubai specifically is because I wanted to see the world. And that dream happened, or that dream started when I was very young. Mm-hmm. I remember I used to get from a bookstore closer to our house, I used to buy posters of different sightseeing from different countries, hang it on my room. And I always told myself every night that I want to visit those places. So, and that time it was such difficult dream to achieve because we came from a medium class family, and travel abroad that time, it was not even an option. And it was quite difficult because the pathway that your family prepare you for, it does not really include much of traveling. Yeah. So they want you to be like a doctor, engineer, and to have a family and to stay home. So it's the same like any other African country or African moms like raising up their daughters. Mm-hmm. But having or looking at those posters every single night made me, in a few years, work in one of the top leading airlines in the world as flight attendants, as cabin crew. And I actually, at the age of 21, I was traveling the world in class.
You achieved your dream in a very miraculous way.
Yes. And this is why I actually came here to UAE and to Dubai.
Lovely. So today we're sitting to talk about the consultancy company that you're running. But take us a little bit back. While a lot of entrepreneurs in Africa are looking into expanding inside of Africa, but for you that came a bit different. You saw that maybe the UAE is better. What was the market signal that told you, okay, this is where I want not only for trade, but to expand my business?
Okay, that's a very good question, actually. First reason, when I came to UAE, I already joined the airlines, okay? And I have worked there, and I have learned so much in the airlines. And one of the things that I have learned that we need to work under pressure. It's like work under pressure is something you do for granted. It's like something you do by default. Yeah. Because you work in an environment that you have different variables, that is unpredictable variables every single day. Mm-hmm. So every day you might have some pressures that you didn't even expect it might happen, and you still need to work. There is no room for mistakes or errors because that can affect people's lives.
Yeah, definitely.
So there is zero margin for errors here. Mm-hmm. All right. So working under pressure became some sort of a habit. But then I realized that doesn't only happen in the airline as an airline. It happens all over UAE. Mm-hmm. The concept of working under pressure is not something valued in the UAE. It's something institutionalized. And it's important because you need to be able to be resilient. You need to be able, as much as you work on the digital foundation of your company or your processes or your procedure, one of the most important things that you need to work on is the mindset and the behavior of the staff or the people who are actually executing those procedures. If you look back in aviation, most of the accidents happen during history. Aviations, they have processes and procedures for every single thing. Mm-hmm. But most of the accidents happen, there was no procedure covering it. It was something brand new happening that nothing covers it. Those guys, they were facing it for the first time. So the only thing that actually made or break the day It was how they responded to that when it comes with their mindset and it comes with their behavior. That's why what I like about Dubai and why I knew that this is the market that is suitable for me, because it fits with my philosophy. The training here is not just training. It's you are architecting performance of people. You are changing people's behavior. And this is what I like to do. I don't just deliver training workshops. I don't just like to stand in a classroom. I like to work more on transforming people's performance.
So I can come to you for performance transformation.
Please. Please.
Father, the UAE has over 200 nationalities. But being from Africa, we are also very diverse,
Correct.
How has this diversity fabric in Africa has prepared you for for leading clients here in the UAE, as well as teams that you work with?
Oh, all right. So I can see, even though African cultures are quite diverse and they are quite different, but there are many things in common in there, okay? And my African roots and my African culture, my Egyptian culture, taught me a lot of things. And one of them is code switching without compromising substance. I'll tell you why. The African culture, we all know that being polite or being culturally intelligent is not just about being polite.
Yes.
All right? It's about survival, really.
We thrive in that way.
Yeah, so basically, if you are navigating North African bureaucracy,
Yes.
or going through with the East African relationship building, or even dealing with the West African negotiation styles, it teach you one thing, or teach you really important aspect, that when you go in the room, you can understand the unspoken words. You can get to see what is not said.
Yes.
You can read people. You can have a conversation, but once you leave the room, no, the message I got is completely different here. It's completely different. It makes you know how to read people. It makes you know how to code switch, to speak with people with different ways. When I start working in aviation, especially in the leading airline I used to work for, that was the best ground base to practice those abilities. Because we are talking here about real global team. You get Filipinos, you get African, different nationalities, you get people from different Arabic countries, and they all speak different languages, and they all behave in different ways. They all perceive information differently. However, the only thing common with all those people, over 150 nationalities, that they all know how to perform under pressure. They all know how to deliver. They all work together when it's required. They put all the differences on a side, and now they are follow whatever they need to follow to deal with that specific situation. Which taught me a very important question. When you need a multinational team to work together, that needs intentional communication approach.
Definitely.
You need to have a specific way to approach them, okay? And it has to be intentional. Dubai and UAE in general is very diverse. And the diversity in UAE is not just about tolerating each other. It's not about tolerance at all. It's all about working, communicating, and performing among all those differences. So I believe my African and Egyptian background taught me how to be humble, taught me how to be adaptable. But working in the aviation industry made me be able to systemize it.
I love the word
I can systemize it now. I can systemize it. I can put it into process. The adaptability, I can put it into process. No problem with that. So that's why Ultimate Value Consultancy, one of the main aspects that we help our clients to do is to turn diversity from just a compliance checkbox thing to an actual competitive advantage. You can use a diverse of the people's skills and languages, abilities in your own favor. And use them all to complete the picture, to have the full, big, beautiful picture.
And you said something that I I mean, after living in Germany, Poland, and now here, you spoke about not a checkbox of diversity, which has actually been a conversation among me and my friends. It's like, yes, I'm being hired, but is it because I have to be, to make the team look diverse? Or they actually want me in and they are going to, accommodate me? Because really, there is a big difference when you come from a certain background and you go to work in a certain team. I love what you're doing.
Actually, in that specific part, I'm gonna quote one of the top leader in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
He is someone works in the real estate development, and I love to hear what he says.
Yeah.
He said something about diversity and inclusion, and he's totally against it. He said diversity is there, it's always been there,
Yeah.
and there's nothing you can do about it. The inclusion, it's enforced, and the inclusion most of the time it is fake because we are staying away from the main point, which is relevancy.
Yes.
And I'm quoting that is relevancy.
Okay.
People, when they are not relevant, they will not be included. It doesn't matter whatever you do.
Yeah.
You hire someone, you need to hire them for the skills. You need to hire them because they fill a gap.
Yes.
If you hire them just because of their race, of their gender, just to check the box, they're going to be a burden on you. And the best example for that, I'll give you an example. This is my example.
Yes.
Let's say that you work in a hospital. Okay, this hospital in specific city, and everybody in that specific city, they're coming from the same place, they speak the same language, but then you have the accountant who wants to be in the operation room.
Yes.
So now he's part of the team. He wants to be in the operation room.
Yeah.
So he goes in the operation room, all right? So what happens in the operation room? Distractions.
Yes.
And now instead of getting everyone focusing on the operation, you're going to get someone to babysit that accountant. All right. Okay. And to start explaining things and start explaining to him what's going on. So what happened is, this is hypothetical, by the way. This is not a real story, right? So what this accountant does, he goes into this operation room, he learns something.
Yeah.
Just from the surface, because he's not a doctor, he's not a surgeon.
Not at
and then
all.
he goes to another one, he learns something else. And then he goes to another hospital, guess what? As a surgeon, as a professional surgeon.
Yeah.
Because he knows how to speak. He knows things from the surface only. He's not specialized. And unfortunately, because of that, the market is full of mediocres who are just pretending to be experts because they were included in teams that they don't belong to. They just learn some stuff from the surface, and then they just go and they make it big. Okay, but at the same time, let's see another story. All right, have you heard of the Black Samurai?
Yes, but surface level as well.
That is a fascinating story. Again, I don't remember much of the details, but what I know is there was a British group. They went to Japan around the 1800s, and that time there were slaves, so they had African slaves with them.
Yeah.
And one of them, he was large. He was a warrior in his tribe, and he is a big African strong man. And that time in Japan, and this is a real story, by the way, and that time in Japan, Japanese people, they've never seen an African person before, and it was told that they were actually pushing each other because for them, this is so, wow, this is so not something they've never seen before. Never seen before, something fascinating for them. Then this person stayed for some time in Japan. And he got his freedom. And again, in the books, it didn't really mention how he got his freedom. But guess what? Within a few years, he became a samurai. And samurai, if you don't know, is something very exclusive for Japanese.
Yeah, it's very exclusive.
Like for someone who's not from the culture, who looks completely different, to get the title and to actually be with them, that means something.
Yeah.
Why? Because he was relevant. He was a warrior. He shared the skills. He filled a gap they have. He shared the same values. So it was very easy for him to be included, regardless of all the differences
where
he
he comes
had.
from, yeah.
All the differences. And he was easily included. And he was part of them. So diversity, it's all about being relevant.
Yeah.
If you are not relevant to that group,
it's going to be hard. And it's actually going to be hard for both the company itself and the person being included.
Exactly.
I feel like I don't belong here. And the company says, oh yeah, we just have to keep you around. Just stay longer.
So true. So true.